Hey, well, thank you so much for attending my family skincare and confidence workshop. My name is Lindsay Armstrong, and I am a caregiver of these beautiful five children here that you see, ranging from 27 all the way down to 8 years old at the time. And so I'm excited to be here and just share some tips that I've learned as a mom and as an independent beauty consultant with Mary Kay. I've been building my business with Mary Kay now for over 19 years. And I have just learned some things along the way that I would love to share with you. All right. And then this is my husband as well. So I'm a wife and a mom and an entrepreneur. And I'm so glad to have you on today. So my goal is that you learn a little bit more about me, about Mary Kay, and that you love and use Mary Kay products from now on. Or that we at least stay connected and I get to be your go-to resource for all things beauty and all things skincare and all things confidence. So, welcome again. We'll be sharing today just some things to just, I hope, add a blessing in your life and add some tips and tricks that just make you a better you, whether you're a caregiver or you're a youth that is being cared for. So, I'm going to go over simple routines that you can use if you have samples, you'll have items. If you chose to get samples, you'll have items that you can use at home. There should be enough to use those samples at least twice. And we'll follow up. I'll follow up with you for sure. You're connected, right? We are now connected. If you don't already have a beauty consultant with Mary Kay, I'm now your beauty consultant. So, yay. And again, today there's no pressure today for you to make any purchase. It's really for you to learn and for you to feel supported, and for you to feel that you have a resource for you. Okay, for all things, again, beauty and confidence. Okay, so let's talk about caregivers. Caregivers, again, sometimes they're biological parents, sometimes they're adopted parents, sometimes it's aunts and it's uncles and siblings and grandparents. And so caregiving, right, doesn't look one way. We are all individuals. And so I designed this workshop just to add some tips and tricks that I have found in being a caregiver and then also in taking care of your skin. So the first thing that I have found is that consistency over complexity is always a win. Okay. And that applies to even just in parenting or in caregiving, being consistent about our expectations versus having all these expectations. Can we have simple, consistent expectations? Yes, we can. And that goes a long way. Also, consistency in caring for ourselves is always important. Right. And so, one little tip that I found because I can struggle with drinking water, for example, a little consistency tip that helps me is to put my water by my bed at night. And that way, when I get up in the morning, that's the first thing I'm trying to consume a lot of water before anything else. And then I at least know that I've done that. But again, that consistency and just putting that water there is going to be huge. And then making my bed every day also is a consistency tip that I challenge you. Water and making your bed first thing in the morning, that can make a difference for what you do during the day and how you show up for the ones that you're giving for. So I hope that helps. And of course, we're not perfect, right? We all get off the train. And so it's just we get back on with our consistency. So I would challenge you, what's one or two things that you're going to do consistently that will make a big difference for you in being just more confident and more prepared for your day each day. Also, consistency in expectations for the youth in our lives that we're caring for. We have a routine where we all have sections of the house that we are responsible to consistently take care of, right? Who has the dishes? And it's for the consistent week. Who has the living room for the whole week, building that consistency in so you know, hey, this is your area for that week. It really helps. So just some tips I wanted to share with you about that. Number two, let's talk about skincare tips. Okay, so there's a lot of skincare products on the market, and sometimes it can feel overwhelming. Would you agree? It's like, what do I get? You know, you see stuff at the grocery store, on commercials, on Facebook, on Instagram. What do we use? And so I would say I've learned in my over 19 years as a Mary Kay beauty consultant, there are 5 steps to really great skincare. Okay. And I'm going to share products today that are going to address these 5 steps. So, 5 steps. Can you think of the 5 things we need to do to take care of our skin? Let's talk about some of them. One, we need to cleanse. We need to cleanse our face. Two, we need to exfoliate. Why do we exfoliate? Exfoliation helps speed up the natural renewal process of our skin. So it helps that youthful skin shine through. Our skin naturally, right? It sloughs off and then we get new cells and our skin is refreshed. And what we can do with skincare is we can speed that process up so that our skin is glowing and the renewing is happening quicker. So cleanse, exfoliate, tone. We want to use a toner on our skin. And the purpose of a toner is to restore the pH balance to our skin when we use a great cleanser. So we're just restoring the pH balance. We also want to moisturize. And sometimes, so that's a fourth thing, we want to moisturize. Sometimes people feel like, oh, well, I have oily skin, for example. So I don't need to moisturize. No, no, that's incorrect. Did you know that even if you have oily skin, you want to use a good moisturizer? If you don't, your skin can go, oh, alert, alert, I'm dry, and it'll overproduce oil. So we want to use a good moisturizer. And then the fifth step is to protect our skin, right? And we can do that with SPF, protect our skin with from the rays of the sun, right? UVB rays and UVA rays. UVA rays age our skin, and UVB rays burn our skin. So we want to use a broad spectrum SPF. Okay. And then broad spectrum just means it covers UVA and UVB rays. The other thing is think about sometimes once you cover the 5 steps to great skincare and you really have a good routine, you're cleansing, exfoliating, toning, moisturizing, and using SPF, there may be an area that you want to target, right? You might want to target acne. You may want to target under eye circles. You can do that. There are amazing products that the Mary Kay skincare line has, and that's my job as your consultant. We'll have a follow-up appointment where I'm checking on your skincare, and then I'm asking about concerns that you might have, and then we'll just address those one at a time with targeted products so that again it's not complex. We're just going to address those as we can as they come up. So we have some amazing targeted products as well that I'll be sharing. Also, makeup, right? Makeup, just simple makeup. When you look in the mirror and you've just got a simple go-to makeup look that is clean, confident, it's not too much, it's doable, it's not going to take you 25 hours to put on your makeup, right? It's just something you can do in 3 to 5 minutes. You're more likely to use those products, right? You're more likely to wear makeup. So if you are wanting to wear makeup, it's okay for that makeup to be just simple. And I have a great simple makeup routine that I'll be sharing today as well. And then finally, I was reading a book and it was actually specifically for moms. But I love what she said in this book. she said, basically, I'm going to paraphrase, but the book was all about this concept. Okay. So when you feel overwhelmed or you feel like, am I doing a good job? Am I doing enough? Remember this, you are the caregiver that your youth needs. Yep. You are. Your story, your ups, your downs, your strength, your weaknesses is exactly what the youth in your life need. So I was just really encouraged by that. And I hope that encourages you today that you are the caregiver that your youth needs. Okay, let's talk about a set that is going to address the 5 steps of great skincare. This is what we call our miracle set with Mary Kay. Would you love a miracle on your face? Would you be excited about that? So I'm going to share our miracle set now. And you may have this in your sample kit. There may be also our time-wise repair miracle set in there. But our miracle set is kind of that baseline of anti-aging that addresses all 5 steps. So let's watch this video now.
I know things aren't meant to stay the same, and most things keep getting better with age.
So I'm going to embrace what's to come, learn as I go, and grow every day.
TimeWise Miracle Set showcases our commitment to continuous growth and devotion to doing more. More for skin, more for confidence, and more for the well-being of women everywhere. We analyzed, listened, formulated, adjusted, and tested, all for the love of your skin. TimeWise Miracle Set protects against environmental stressors to help support long-term skin wellness, and each product is powered by the scientifically proven, patented TimeWise 3D Complex. Uniquely different day and night formulas have dedicated ingredients to help reinforce skin's natural behavior, shifting from protection during the day with SPF 30 to recovery at night. Plus, special NutriBeads Duo suspended in the night product releases fresh actives every time. And a moisturizing second infusion of the complex, morning and night, gives skin more of what it needs to help reset the pace of skin's visible aging, so you love it now and later.
So I'm going to take care of myself inside and out
Be proud of how far I've come.
and prepare for what's next.
It's time we all make every age our favorite age.
All right, awesome. Well, wouldn't you love to have a miracle on your face? If you've gotten samples, you'll be able to try those. There should be enough for morning and night, at least one time, if not 2 or 3 times. A little bit goes a long way. So you'll notice there's a 4-in-1 cleanser. Yep, that cleanser is doing 4 things in one. It is cleansing, exfoliating, toning, and brightening. So all those steps are within that cleanser, and it comes in different formulas, one for normal to dry and one for combination to oily. So if the formula is not right, we can adjust it as appropriate for your skin. So you've got your cleanser. Let's walk through the steps. So in the morning, you'll use your cleanser. Then you'll apply your antioxidant moisturizer. A little goes a long way. Just dab it on, rub it in. And then you're going to seal that moisturizer in with our SPF daytime recovery. And that is going to sit on top of the moisturizer so that it's closest to the skin, to the sun to protect. It has SPF. That's your morning routine. Just 3 quick steps. Your night routine is the same 4-in-1 cleanser. Your NutriBeads night recovery, that's going to go close to the skin so we can get the beads, all those vitamins and all that yumminess close to the skin. And then you're going to put your moisturizer on top to seal all of that in. Okay, so those are your steps. That's how you will use your miracle set. I can't wait for you to try it and see what you think. I recommend, here's a little pro tip, do a scientific experiment. So go ahead and wash your whole face and then draw an imaginary line down the middle. Okay, wash your whole face with the 4-in-1 cleanser. Draw an imaginary line, and on the right side, just apply the next 2 steps and just see if you can notice a difference in one side versus the other. So that's my challenge for you. All right, let's talk about youth skincare. Okay, youth skincare tips. So, again, same thing, 5 steps to great skincare: cleansing, exfoliating, toning, moisturizing, and SPF. We have a few different lines, but this one specifically is for youth skincare. There's no anti-aging in this. All of our Mary Kay products are made in the US. They are backed by 100% satisfaction guarantee, which means if it's not right and we need to switch the formula, or we need to try something different, that's my job to do that for you. And you just let me know. We can swap things out at any point, or you can return for your money back. Okay. Isn't that exciting? So, no buying mistakes. Are you excited about that? All right. So, youth have the same 5 steps to great skincare. This Mary Kay skincare line, if you've got samples, this is the skincare line that would be in there. And so here's the steps. So you have your cleanser, your Mary Kay cleanser. Again, this formula comes in, there's 2 formulas. There's a mattifying formula, which is for more oily skin, and then a hydrating formula for more dry skin. So you have your Mary Kay cleanser. You'll do that morning and night. Okay. It's not in your sample kit, but there's also a toner that goes with it that you just apply on a cotton swab and you just wipe after you cleanse and you dry. You just use your toner to restore that pH balance to the skin. And then you just seal it in the last step with your moisturizer. Okay. Again, in 2 different formulas, kind of depending on your skin type. If it's more oily, you'll use the mattifying. If it's more dry, you'll use, or more sensitive, you would want to use the hydrating formula. Okay. Um, and then you'll notice if you did get samples, there's another step to this, which is your exfoliator, actually, and that is your mask. And you can use it as a mask and just leave it on and dry, or you can also use it as a scrub. So you want to use your mask, which is your exfoliator, 1 to 2 times a week. Okay. And you would just use that right after your cleanser. So if you've got the samples, your mask is in there. So you can try that the first time. You would do your cleanser, then your mask, or you can use it as a mask and let it sit, or a scrub, and just rinse it off after you scrub, and then seal it in with your moisturizer. And just know that the set also includes a toner. Okay. So you will do cleanse, mask 1 or 2 times a week, followed by toner, moisturizer. If you're not masking, you're just doing cleanser, toner, moisturizer. Boom, just like that. How often? Morning and night, right? Um, Tip number 2 that I have is remember that you want to keep your hands off of your face if at all possible, right? Avoid touching your face with your hands. Remember, if you play sports, you're in the gyms and you're touching the basketballs and you're touching the footballs, and you're touching a lot of things with your hands, and you don't want to put all of that on your face, right, throughout the day. So keep your hands off your face. Also, remember that hair products, right? If you've got hair and it's touching your face, make sure that you're cleansing at night, and in the morning you're cleansing all of that hair product off of your face, and keeping your face really clean, so those edges, really cleanse them, and then you go back and you can apply your hair products, but just make sure you're getting it all off. Also, consistency. We talked about consistency today, but consistency is key. Wouldn't you agree? And anything that we do in life, we've got to be consistent with it. So, morning and at night. Okay. Also, if you're at the age where you're wanting to wear makeup, remember makeup is to enhance your natural beauty, not hide, right? And if you aren't consistent with taking care of your skin, you're going to be trying to hide poor skincare, right? With makeup. And so we don't want to do that. We want to make sure we're taking care of our skincare, because if you just put on makeup and try to hide blemishes and breakouts and all of that, it's kind of like this. When you do a painting, if you've ever taken art and you're doing a painting, you want your canvas to be fresh and clean. You don't want your canvas to have dirt and grime and right. And then you're trying to paint on top of it. That doesn't make sense. So again, don't be trying to hide a poor skincare routine with makeup. That's not going to look pretty, right? And so remember also that you don't want to hide your true beauty and who you are with a lot of makeup. You want to your true beauty, who you are, to shine through. The best compliment is someone to say, "You look pretty today." Not, "Oh, your makeup looks good." Well, you're right. We're not showing the makeup. We're being our true authentic self. Number five, build your healthy habits now, right? Invest in your skincare, in your routine now. So remember, think about this. Think about your closet. Look in your closet. What's your favorite outfit, right? Kind of close your eyes. Think about your favorite outfit. How much did that outfit cost? Think about the top, the bottoms, the shoes, right? How much did you spend on that outfit? Your accessories, your jewelry, was it $100? Was it 150? Right? $200, like your maybe a really fancy dress. How much does that outfit cost? And how often are you wearing that outfit? Are you wearing it every day? No. Are you going to be wearing that same outfit 10 years from now? Probably not, or we better not, right? But what about your skin? How often is your skin with you? It's with you morning and night all the time. You don't get to take your skin off. And so it's important that we are investing in the time and the resources to take care of our skin because our skin's going to be with us in 10 years and it will be according to the care that we gave it 10 years from now. So that's important to remember. So start building your healthy habits now. All right. Let's talk about confidence. So, not only skincare for youth, but confidence for youth. And I'm passionate about this. I'm also a youth basketball coach. And so, I'm all about what are some tips that I can give you that can help you to be confident as a youth growing up in our world and being the next future leader of our world. So, number one, I'm going to give you my definition of success. Okay. Oops, let me go back. Okay, this is a really good definition. You might want to write this down. Okay. Success is doing what you said you would do consistently with clarity, focus, ease, and grace. Right? Success is doing what you said you would do with consistency, focus, ease, and grace. Right? And so I love that definition of success because it's not what other people are saying. It's what you said you would do. So I would just encourage you in that definition. Okay, define that for you. What does success look like for you? Notice I said ease and grace. I didn't say easy, right? Success isn't easy, but it should be ease. It shouldn't be offensive to your spirit, right? It should come with some ease and some joy and some clarity and focus and grace. Okay. Number two, again, confidence comes when you achieve success. So if you think about that definition of success, doing what you said you would do, then confidence comes because you can count on you. You're doing what you said you would do, and that builds confidence. When you feel distracted and you feel like, I don't know if I'm doing great, I don't know if I'm being successful, ask yourself, do you have a clear set of goals? Set a clear set of goals. What do you want to do this year? What does your life look like 5 years from now? I would challenge you. What does your life look like 5 years from now? If everything was perfect, right? When you're 18, 17, 21, 25, what does your perfect life look like? And then work backwards, right? And start taking those small steps to get to those goals. Do what you said you would do. Life has lots of ups and downs. The storms of life are going to come. We've all been through stuff, and the storms of life are coming. But remember, if you have a set of goals, it will be like a sail and you'll be setting the sail of your life. And it's the small setting of the sail that gets you to your destination. The winds of life are going to go. But then, as you set your sail with your goals, you will land where you want to be. If you don't set your sail and you don't have any goals, those winds of life, they'll just take you going, right? Wherever. You won't know where you're going to end up. But if you set goals, it'll be like a setting of the sail. Number four, my grandmother, I would love to pass this on to you. She lived to be 100 years old. Okay, grandmother Singleton. And she says, she would always say, God didn't have time to make a nobody, only a somebody. And that somebody is you. So just remember that on your journey. Wisdom from grandmother. 100 years old, she lived to be. And finally, she always would say, well, we're all individuals, right? And so people are going to have differences in their lives, different experiences, right? How you grow up, how all the things are going to look different for everybody. And don't wish that you were ever in anybody else's shoes, right? Just remember, we're all individuals and our story is unique to us. And we get to define success. Before long, you're going to be defining that success for yourself, and it'll be all up to you, and you'll get to set the sail of your life. So, those are some tips for confidence for you. All right. So, I promised I would tell a little bit about a simple makeup routine. This can be for teens, this can be for moms, caregivers, aunts, uncles, anybody, right? Who's wearing makeup. I love this simple routine. I use it. CC cream. It's our tinted moisturizer. It has SPF in it, comes in 5 shades. It just really just smooths out and evens out redness, evens out the skin tone, and it's just beautiful. So we have CC cream. We have other foundation options too that I can help you with. Mascara is always really fun to wear. It helps to open up the eyes and just make them look glowing and just sparkly, right? Mascara is always great to use. We have got lots of different formulas, including waterproof and lash lengthening and all kinds of formulas. Lip gloss is always really fun to wear as well. So that is just a quick dash out the door look, a CC cream, mascara, and lip gloss. Love that look, okay? Here's a pro tip for you. If you ever feel like you have dark circles, I would challenge you that first step is to make sure you're removing your eye makeup. My kind of rule for especially young people who are wearing makeup for the first time, you need an oil-free eye makeup remover to go with your makeup. You've got to be able to take off all that mascara or you're just going to get dark black circles and you don't want that, right? You don't want old makeup sitting there. Okay? All right. So again, I am here to help you. We'll connect individually one-on-one. We'll talk about your skincare needs specifically, what products would really, be great for you. I'll send you some of our most popular sets, okay? And we'll design that custom routine for you. Remember, I'm here, right? If you don't already have a Mary Kay Beauty Consultant, I am your go-to for all things skincare and makeup, okay? So I'm your go-to girl. And my goal again is that you go see, right? If you see me in the store, you're not running like, oh, there's the Mary Kay girl. No, you're like, my Mary Kay girl, Lindsay, and you're running and we're hugging, right? So I just hope that we stay connected through the years and that I am part of your family for you, your children, your children's children, and that we stay connected for many years to come. All right. Um, so finally, for today, tonight only, I do have a special offer for you. Any order of 75 or more, if you want to do that tonight, you do get $20 off of that order. So yay! And that can be on skincare or beauty. And again, that's just for tonight. And I will work with you one-on-one to build that routine and come up with the best set for you. So let me share before I'm going to actually stop sharing and share again. So I'll share some of our most popular sets so you can kind of be thinking about what would work for you, and then we'll connect one-on-one as well. So hold on one second. Let me pull that up. Oops. Okay. So these are some of our most popular skincare sets. Okay. So you'll see right here in the middle, the one that we talked about today for our caregivers. This has anti-aging, and that's our miracle set. Again, it has your cleanser, your antioxidant moisturizer, a day defender with SPF broad spectrum, and a nighttime recovery. Okay, you're going to do your cleanser in the morning. And then you're going to do your moisturizer, and then you're going to put your sunscreen closest to the skin in the morning. At night, you're going to switch and you're going to actually do your vitamins after your cleanser, the little beads right here, the clear bottle. So you're going to do your cleanser, then your vitamins, and seal it in with your moisturizer last. So, okay. If you feel like, I would really love an extra uh microdermabrasion. What this is the cleanser has exfoliation in it, but if you feel like I really want to target my skin. The pores just look big. My pores do. I want smoother skin. I want to reduce fine lines. You're going to want to add the microdermabrasion, and that becomes our ultimate miracle set. So that one is 150. The regular miracle set is 116. And then if you feel like, oh, I don't know, I need simple, even more simple than that, Lindsay, we can do just our basic set, which is your 4-in-1 cleanser and your antioxidant moisturizer. And again, you'll use those morning and night. So just 2 steps instead of 3. Okay. And then if you are at the age where you're like, I've done a lot of damage to my skin and I really need to repair my skin, you would focus here on our Time Wise Repair Voluform set. And that has a cleanser, a lifting serum, a day and night moisturizer, and it also includes an eye cream. So you'll see that here. For our youth or for those who do not want anti-aging, that's going to be your Mary Kay skincare line. This set is 80 and it comes in both the hydrating formula or the mattifying formula. Again, we can connect one-on-one to see which would work best. And in order to really attack that 5th step of great skincare, which is the SPF, you can add our mineral facial sunscreen, which it's not white on the face. It really soaks in. It's our mineral facial sunscreen, and that's just 28 to add that. So the set is 80, and you can add basic almost for free, right? With your $20 off today, you could add that sunscreen. If we're targeting acne, I would recommend to start with the mattifying regimen, and then we can add, once you get in the routine of like cleansing and moisturizing, toning and exfoliating, we can add our acne system. Or if you are already great at taking care of your skin, you can start here. It has our cleansing gel, which has acne medication in it, blemish control toner, acne medication. We have an acne treatment gel that you would use morning and night, and then an oil-free moisturizer that's really for acne-prone skin. And again, that's our clear proof acne system. For our male caregivers, we have our MK Men's Regimen, which is our facial wash morning and night. We have our moisturizer again morning and night. And then we also have a shaving cream that comes with that as well, our shaving cream. Okay. And then remember, we talked about targeting things like wrinkles, fine lines, redness of the skin. So we can target those concerns with our Mary Kay clinical solutions. There's just amazing. We have a pure retinol. I mean, we've got a lot of things we can design for you to really target the skin. And then, of course, we talked about a dashing out the door look for makeup, and that's listed here. It's 76. It's your CC cream, mascara, lip gloss, and it also includes a shimmer eyeshadow stick, and we can pick the shade that would work best for you. So, any of these sets, you can stay organized with our travel roll-up bag. This is one of my favorites. I don't know if you do a lot of traveling, but we do a lot of traveling. We do a lot of sports traveling and all of that. And so I love our travel roll-up bag. If this is perfect for young people who are going to be going to college, or if you love to travel, but it's a perfect roll-up bag. Those little clear pockets Velcro off. And so they're amazing. And you can roll it all up and stay organized, and everyone has their own set together. And that bag is 40. If you do decide to purchase any 4 sets, you can get the bag for free. So I can tell you about that. Just tell me I want the bag for free, and I'll figure out what 4 sets we can put together so that you get the bag for free. For example, the miracle set counts as 2 sets, right? The ultimate counts as 3 sets. The Voluform set counts as 4. So if you're thinking about that, just you may need to add 1 or 2 more sets. You get the roll it bag for free, and you get a $20 gift card. So anyway, those are our favorite sets. And thank you again so much for being here today. I really enjoyed teaching this, and I hope that you have found some things I've shared today to be a blessing to your life. And I'm excited to get to stay connected. So happy skincare and confidence to your family. And just again, so nice to connect with you. See you later.